Welcome to Innovative Instruments. Configurational parameter for KTM 446. To enter in configuration mode, press Set key for 6 seconds. At power on, version number will be displayed. Parameter 1. Timer function. It sets the timer function for output 1. On delay. At power on, output 1 will be off. After start commands and completions of time delay, output 1 will turn on. Off delay. At power on, after start commands, output 1 will turn on. After completions of time delay, output 1 will turn off. Cycle 1. Off time first. By setting timer function as cycle 1, output 1 will work in cyclic mode. After applying start command, first off time will run, and then on time will run. This process will continue and depend on number cycle parameter in user list. Cycle 2. On time first. By setting timer function as cycle 2, output 1 will work in cyclic mode. After applying start command, first on time will run, and after that off time will run. This process will continue and depend on number cycle parameter in user list. Cycle 3. Forward reverse time. By setting timer function as cycle 3, output 1 will work as forward timer, and output 2 will work as reverse timer. After applying start command, the cycle sequence will be hold time, forward time, reverse time, hold time. This process will continue and depends on total time parameter in user list. Parameter 2. Timer range 1. It sets the timing range and resolution for parameter set time 1. Range 1 as 9.99 seconds. Resolution 0.01 seconds. Range 1 as 99.9 seconds. Resolution 0.1 seconds. Range 1 as 999 seconds. Resolution 1 seconds. Range 1 as 9 minute 59 seconds. Resolution 1 second. Range 1 as 99.9 minutes. Resolution 0.1 minutes. Range 1 as 999 minutes. Resolution 1 minute. Range 1 as 9 hours 59 minutes. Resolution 1 minute. Range 1 as 99.9 hours. Resolution 0.1 hours. Range 1 as 999 hours. Resolution 1 hours. Parameter 3. Timer range 2. This parameter will appear only if selected timer function as cycle 1, cycle 2, or cycle 3. It sets the timing range and resolution for parameter set time 2. Range 2 as 9.99 seconds. Resolution 0.01 seconds. Range 2 as 99.9 seconds. Resolution 0.1 seconds. Range 2 as 999 seconds. Resolution 1 second. Range 2 as 9 minute 59 seconds. Resolution 1 second. Range 2 as 99.9 minutes. Resolution 0.1 minutes. Range 2 as 999 minutes. Resolution 1 minute. Range 2 as 9 hours 59 minutes. Resolution 1 minute. Range 2 as 99.9 hours. Resolution 0.1 hours. Range 2 as 999 hours. Resolution 1 hours. Parameter 4. Hold time. This parameter will appear only when user will select cycle 3 as timer function. If enabled, user can view and edit hold time in user list. If disabled, user can only view hold time in user list but cannot edit it. Parameter 5. Timer direction. If up counting selected, timer start counting from 0 to set time in ascending order. If down counting selected, timer start counting from set time to 0 in descending order. Parameter 6, timer start mode. This parameter defines start mode for timer. Power on start. If power on start is selected, then timer will count from power on. Front start 1. If front start 1 is selected, timer will start only after user press start key. If power fails in between the cycle, on next power on, cycle will resume. No need to applying start command. Front start 2. If front start 2 selected, timer will start only after user press start key. If power fails in between the cycle, on next power on, cycle will start after applying start command again. Remote edge trigger. If remote edge trigger selected, timer will start only when it detects high to low pulse at back terminal from external input. Remote edge level trigger. If remote edge level trigger selected, timer will start only when it detects high to low pulse at back terminal from external input. The external input signal must remain low during timing cycle, otherwise timer will reset. Parameter 7, time mode. This parameter will appear only when selected timer function is on and off, delay and start input is other than power on start. Latched mode. In this mode, once the time cycle is over, user must issue a reset signal from front key or external reset input to restart the timer. Auto reset mode. In this mode, once the timer cycle is over, next start input either by front panel or by external input signal will restart the timer. No need to give reset signal. Parameter 8, gate input. This parameter will appear only when timer is configured for either power on start or front start. If selected no, the external input cannot be used as a gate input. If selected yes, the external input can be used as a gate input. Parameter 9, front reset. This parameter allows the user to enable or disable front reset function via front key. This feature prevents unauthorized attempt to reset the timer during run mode. If selected no, timer cannot be reset through front panel. If selected yes, timer can be reset through front panel. Parameter 10, memory backup. This parameter allows the user to enable or disable memory backup function. Not valid for cycle 3 mode. If selected no, no memory backup for runtime value. If selected yes, memory backup for runtime value. Parameter 11, output to function. This parameter will be prompted only if selected timer function is other than cycle 3. End of cycle. The output to is energized for RT period set in user list at the end of timing cycle. Auxiliary contact. Output 2 will operate simultaneously with output 1. This function is required when user needs to change over relay contacts. Instant contact. The output 2 function as an instant contact which operates immediately when timer starts and remains in that state till the start of next cycle. Off. Output 2 is not used and reserved for future use. This is the last parameter of configurational mode. Press set key to enter in run mode. User list for KTM 446. To enter in user list, press and release set key once. Parameter 1, hold time. This parameter will appear only if selected timer function as cycle 3. It sets the hold time between output 1 as output 2 in cycle 3. Hold time range 0.1 to 99.9 seconds. Parameter 2, set time 1. For on delay or off delay, set time for output 1. For cycle 1, sets the off time for output 1. For cycle 2, sets the on time for output 1. For cycle 3, sets the forward time for output 1. Set time 1 range 0.01 seconds to 999 hours. Depends on range 1. Parameter 3. Set time 2. This parameter will appear only if selected timer function as cycle 1, cycle 2 or cycle 3. For cycle 1, sets the on time for output 1. For cycle 2, sets the off time for output 1. For cycle 3, sets the reverse time for output 2. Set time to range 0.01 seconds to 999 hours. Depends on range 2. Parameter 4. Number of cycles. This parameter will appear only if selected timer function as cycle 1 or cycle 2. It sets the number of cycle for output 1. After number of cycle counts reached, output 1 will be off. If number of cycles equals to 0, then cycle will run continuously until reset pulse. Number of cycles range 0 to 999 cycles. Parameter 5. End of cycle time. This parameter will appear only if selected output 2 function as end of cycle time. End of cycle time range 0.1 to 99.9 seconds. Parameter 6. Total time. This parameter will appear only if selected timer function as cycle 3. It sets the total running time for cycle 3. After completions of total time, both relay will be off. If total time equals 0, then cycle will run continuously until reset pulse. Total time range 0 to 999 minutes. This is last parameter of user list. Press set key to enter in run mode. Thank you for watching.